Well, dear listener and friend of Radio Maria Nairobi, a Christian voice in your home, I'm glad to have you this afternoon in the show, Kristo Tumaini Letu. And as always, today we always have a pro-life segment. Today we have friends of Radio Maria and guests too. At the same time, I have here Vincent Mokua, a pro-lifer himself. Yeah? And so he's here to discuss with us a very, I would call it a sensitive topic, and especially discussing about the youths in the in campuses. And I know he has an experience of being a campus student, so we will be hearing everything from the horse's mouth. Welcome so much, Vincent. Kindly introduce yourself briefly and then tell us why you're here today.
Thanks a lot. My name is Mokua Vincent. A former student of the University of Nairobi.
Sure.
I just finished university the other day. Currently, whenever I talk my course and whatever I'm speaking about, I know people ask like, "What's up?" Like you don't. But basically, I'm a passionate pro-lifer. Any day, anytime for me, you wake me up and tell me go and talk about pro-life. It's of course I'm a soldier of Christ.
Yeah.
So although I pursued industrial chemistry at the university, but here I am talking about pro-life. So passionate about life.
Why discuss about contraceptives use in campus?
You call it sensitive. I call it a must-know thing for you, because at the end of the day, we are soldiers of Christ, and as Jesus commissioned the 72, he told them, "Go forth and preach the gospel." And I believe we preach the gospel of life. People need to know these things. People need to know what is contraceptive. What are the effects of contraceptives? I mean, it's a must to know, especially for our youths, whose future is very much at stake, because they are consuming a lot of contraceptives without the proper knowledge, and basically, there are lies being propagated in the society concerning contraceptives, and those are the lies that, as pro-lifers, we strive each and every day to demystify, because there are some industries that are benefiting and gaining from the same, and we want to tell these people the truth, because as a soldier of Christ, your shield is the truth.
Yes.
Thank you.
What is the stand of the Catholic Church on contraceptives?
The stand of the Catholic Church has always been, and I believe will always be, it will advise its Catholic faithful not to use contraceptives. And that was the case of all the churches until I think around 1930. I think when the Lutheran were the first one to allow their Christians to use the contraceptives. I'm not so sure about the Lutheran, in case I get misquoted, but there was the first church that allowed. And people like, that was the first breaking point of the whole thing about contraceptives. But the church, Catholic Church, has remained faithful to its mission. Contraceptives is a no for us. Yes.
In other words, now that we are speaking about the youths, then contraceptives is a no-go zone since they're not married. And even the issue of thinking about it, because they've not reached the age of procreating, or the stage, or what is it?
Yeah, that's why. Sometimes we say the industry of contraceptives is basically an industry, and it's a multi-billion industry, because these people have always worked in stages. They first came with sexualization of the youth. They sexualized us, and then they were like, if we sexualize, it's a plan. It's a plan. It's something that they planned. If we sexualize these people, in 10, 20 years, they will start normalizing sex before marriage. And if we sexualize these people, in those 10 to 20 years, basically, and then they come in and propagate the fact that, we are overpopulated. So after they propagate the fact that we're overpopulated, and then one thing to make a lie become true is to say it over and over again, repeat it over and over again. They repeated that, now we believe we are overpopulated. Now they say, we need to regulate how human beings come into the world, which is the work of the Lord. Should be the work of the Lord. I mean, it's the Lord who gives and takes away life. But now they said, we need to plan. I mean, we are now taking the position of God. We are no longer co-creators. We want to become gods. I mean, that is the
want to
problem.
Be creators.
Yeah, we want to be creators. Instead, we're supposed to be co-creators, taking care of the God's creation.
Yes.
And then after they've now, we are overpopulated now. Wow, now we can introduce contraceptives. You see the plan, how they do this, and then now they're telling us, we sexualize these people. We created, they're overpopulated. Now we can say they use the contraceptives, and there's always a pattern. There's somebody somewhere producing those contraceptives, because they are never sold for free. They're never given out for free. It's money. 21st century.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. And if I may ask, because you've said in your introduction part, you said you were once a campus university student. You resided in the hostels, and you could see what is happening. What do you think increases or motivates the youths to get to contraceptives, even the Catholics themselves?
First of all, statistically, they say around 66% of campus students use contraceptives or have used contraceptives before. And I mean, it's a worrying trend when you know that 2/3 of the youth are already on contraceptives, and believe it's really worrying. And what makes this prevalence of contraceptives so much prevalent in campus? I think one, there is the availability. First of all, in campus, I studied in a public university. Now, condoms are distributed for free.
Yes.
And that becomes a worry when you're distributing condoms for free to campus students who have been given freedom. I mean, you're from high school, you don't have any freedom. You go to campus, free condoms for free.